Hey guys, so we had a crazy win from one of the teammates this morning, so you gotta check this out. So if we go over here, let's go over to this ×2. Sadly, it wasn't me. I wish it was. So this ×2 did pay the team 109,883 sats. Since I do hold close to half of the terahashes in the clan, that does mean about half of that Bitcoin will end up being mine, and that's about equal to 1 day worth of solo Bitcoin pay for me.
Welcome to Nick's Income Strategies. Click the referral in description and type in the code for 5% off on terahashes. I'm off to battle. Are you?
And then, so CoinMine, he was actually the one that won this with a 0.01% chance of winning. He got 139 GoMining tokens paid directly to him that he won't get until like Wednesday or so. But an absolutely crazy win. So if we actually go over, let's actually look at how much terahashes he has. So if you look at CoinMine, he has 40.11 terahashes. He literally just got like 100 to 150 days worth of solo mining, not profit pay, but paid to him in GoMining token instead. Absolutely crazy, guys. I'm really glad for him. That's actually crazy that he won that ×2. I also think it's kind of crazy that I haven't won a ×2. I've only won a couple ×1s. So that's definitely pretty cool. And
like and subscribe to the channel.
You dimwit. Don't ask them that.
So like this ×4 block, like look at it. I have a higher chance of winning this ×4 block with no boost than what Corn had with winning the block that he won earlier with like the very, very low terahashes that he has. And if we just kind of like look into it a little bit more, there we go. There's still that hamburger guy. This hamburger guy is just like boosting like insane. So it looks like he has 7 focus boosts, which the purple is actually equal to 10 each. So that's actually 70 focus boosts that he put down, so 70 tokens. It looks like he did 2 instant boosts. Same thing, purple is ×10. So he actually used 20 instant boosts. It just basically you're able to click. If you're trying to boost a lot, you're able to click the boost quicker because the block can close at any second. So if you're only boosting 1 token at a time, you're going to have to click that 90 times. And that's going to take you possibly a minute. Instead, he's probably just starting his round completely with all of these tokens being spent, making it so that he has a really high chance of winning in the beginning. And then he does have a lot of the rockets. So this guy, I've been watching his games, and this is how he's been winning a lot of the games. But he does switch between, sometimes he does more instant boosts, and then he does less focus boosts, and other times he does more focus and less instant boosts. So definitely pretty cool. And he's always spamming a bunch of these power-ups. I'm not going to use power-ups probably ever. I'll just use rockets because I'm not using 43 tokens in a match. See? But since he only has 40 terahashes or so, that's why he's able to afford the power-ups, because they're a lot cheaper for him than what they would be for me. But it seems like he's always using these power-ups to basically hold his points up. So he's doing all of these focus boosts. 1 focus boost is giving you 2.5 million points to start the game. So you got to times that by 70. I don't know, what is that? Let's just say that's 160 million or so that he's starting the game out. Right around there, rough math. Then he's using 2 instant boosts, but that's actually 20. Instant boost is 1 million. So then he's, so 1 million times 20. So he's starting off with 20 million from the instant boost on top of all of that from the focus boost. And then he's using the rockets because when you start off with the focus boost, and you have all those points, other teams' terahashes are gonna end up outpacing it. So like you might start off with like, let's say 80% of the total points of everybody in the round, but like literally every single second you are flying down if you don't do those rockets, especially at that terahash. You'll just be flying down, and basically you'll go from like 80, the next second you might be like 72, the next second you might be like 68, and etc. But so that does seem to be a pretty good winning strategy here. It's just like front loading, having a decent amount of rockets to keep it going. One of the things I noticed in a lot of our wins from last week was basically an echo boost was also helping with wins, but that was more late game. So it's kind of like, I kind of question, like, it's like, are you just is it best to just try to win in one part of the game? But the problem is some blocks are solved in 3 seconds, some blocks are solved in 1 hour. I believe the other day I was looking and we had like a block that was like an hour and a half, meaning that actual Bitcoin miners running ASIC miners were basically just not able to find a block for an hour and a half, like all of the miners in the world. So kind of crazy how that works, how sometimes it just takes forever. But either way, on average it is 10 minutes, so it may be best to just aim for that 10-minute mark and not really worry about echo boost, because if the average is 10 minutes, you know. But then if you do go hard with the echo boost, that guy's won quite a bit. That guy's won quite a bit without boosting. It's actually a little bit annoying, honestly, guys, because I've seen him win rounds like this multiple times, and it's like I have like close to that amount. Like I have not exactly close, but I mean I have like a third of his terahash, and it's like I'm never really winning rounds like that. So definitely disappointing. But yeah, what I was saying, like the echo boost is, it's like it doesn't really take effect until like 12, 14, 16 minutes in is when it really starts like outpacing rockets. But rockets will just keep your points higher. And one problem with echo boost is it does add the points every 2 minutes. So after the points are added, you might go up 1% or 2 with your chances of winning that block. But then very quickly you're gonna start climbing down because you're not gonna get that other additional point boost for 2 more minutes. So that is a downfall of echo boost. But the main thing I've been looking at is just like, how are these guys winning these rounds? Like, look at Hamburger. So he did it different. So this time he's doing more instant boosts. Instant boosts are giving him 2.5 times less points per boost, but they don't expire at minute 5 when the focus boost is expiring at minute 5. So that's definitely pretty interesting. And I didn't show you guys in the last video. Let's actually like look at what he's actually made. Yeah, so he's made 0.12 Bitcoin, man, like absolutely crazy. And then he's got 15,513 GoMining token, absolutely crazy. Maybe I did show you guys that part, but it's just insane, man. It's absolutely insane. So if we actually go here, we go to top players. Let's actually just check out me. So it looks like I am getting 140.39 GoMining token. And like that's like not bad. Like that's not bad. But the problem is, so I'm getting all of this pay in GoMining token. I'm definitely not getting my pay in Bitcoin though. So that's the downfall, is like with my efficiency, I'm still making a decent amount from Bitcoin. So it's not, my strategy isn't just like trying to get GoMining token, because I have a decent discount, which is giving me like 60-70% more Bitcoin than somebody that's not holding any discount, basically. Or someone that just holds 5% less than me is getting literally 50-60% less Bitcoin than me at these prices. So it's like I am doing decent, but at the same time it kind of stinks, especially because I did gamble 79 of those tokens already. So 79 of those tokens will not be paid to me. So it kind of does suck. One thing that will help me out a little bit, and I still don't think it's gonna make me break even, but just having a little bit of clan rewards from ownership of the clan, that will help me a little bit, because the payout here is just so high that when somebody gets like 140, 160 tokens, or if somebody lands a 300 token block, that 5% payout is going to end up being several dollars for me in GoMining token. So that is a little bit of a benefit, but in general, like I'm not really that big of a fan when it comes to Horizon League. It has kind of stunk, but like people are getting some wins. There are some people like so now Corn's gotten 150 days worth of wins. Jake, he had those wins that I showed you guys the other day. Let's actually see if we can find it. So let's go back to clan. So Jake had like the first win and I think the third win. So like when he got all of those tokens, like he's, you know, he's gonna get like literally 50 days worth of pay throughout the tokens he's gotten. So definitely pretty cool. I'm not gonna try to look for his other one right now. It's just gonna take me too long. But yeah, guys, so, you know, I guess we are still making some money here. I'm definitely not making $0. So I made around $14 today from the win that Corn had. So definitely pretty cool. And then you know, I don't have an exact number for you right now what I've made this week. I'm probably around $40-50 though in total. So I am still a little bit below what I would be at if I was in solo mode. But that is mainly just because I gambled those rewards away. You know, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. And Gates' Stormwind, I'm not exactly recruiting still. When we go to Dune League, there is going to be a limit on the terahash. So I'm probably going to have to limit some people. And it's going to kind of stink. I know some people are probably going to get upset and mad about it, but there is a certain fact of this where I can only have a certain amount of people join because it can't get to the point where I'm with 1,000 terahashes. I can't only be getting like 5% of the Bitcoin, you know? That's just not going to pay my weekly Bitcoin rewards, and I still got to stay profitable, and I also want to make sure that other teammates are able to stay profitable. So that's definitely a work in progress. I do know anybody that uses my referral link, they're definitely going to be able to get an automatic spot in the clan, no problem at all. And I don't want people to like panic or anything, but also it's just like nobody has to stay in the clan the whole week. So if you make like double your rewards and like we're done boosting for the week, you can leave the clan for half the week and you can make some money in another clan. Like that's completely fine. If you're trying to go for that 4x, but if anybody tries to get us to that top of that leaderboard, man, I will boot them so quickly because I am not trying to boost up to Horizon again. I kind of want to be back in Dune. I'd rather be winning more passive blocks that are even paying less, because the problem is like this 0.33% chance. It's such a low chance that it's like I technically should get a block like every like 2 days, but there's chances that I don't get a block for 2 days. It might be 6 days, or it might be a week, and then suddenly I could end up not being paid at all. So you know, so the clan is definitely like it's not going to be like permanent exactly. I don't want to like freak people out, but like if someone joins the clan, I don't think you're just going to be in the clan forever. If it ends up not working out money-wise and people aren't making money, like, you know, people are going to have to be removed. People are going to have to join other clans, go back to solo, whatever they want to do. But I'm going to try to be pretty fair about it. But at the end of the day, everybody wants to make money. So one thing, like, for sure, like, when it comes to the terahashes is to make double your rewards when you have a lower terahash. You're not going to be hitting the #1 spot in Dune League. Now, if you start hitting 3,000, 4,000 terahashes, suddenly the group requires so much more Bitcoin to be earned that you could just risk freaking hitting that #1 spot and going right back to Horizon League. But if you keep the terahashes lower, the group can 2x or possibly even 3x and still not be promoted to Horizon. So that's kind of the kind of things that I'm looking at right now. And like I said in my previous videos, like, you know, like smaller miners definitely fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to be pretty limited when it comes to miners that are around my size or a little bit bigger. Probably just one person around my size, and that's probably it. And then everybody else has to be substantially smaller. And that's gonna be so that we can be the ones that boost and basically make the Bitcoin for the team. If anybody wants to join and just like literally like take all the blocks, like it's probably not the plan for you to join, honestly. I'll just be honest with you, like because there is a fact where you know, like if somebody does have like 20 times less terahashes than me, I don't want them to take all of the blocks, get all the GoMining token, and make it so that I'm not even able to boost, you know? Because there's, like I was saying in my last video, like there's just too many people boosting, and then it just got to where you're just fighting your teammates for that block. And a lot of people that boosted, they only lost that block because they lost it to their teammate. And the people that lost those blocks, they lost out on all of that GoMining token, and they never made that GoMining token back. So there's some like people that were like very small that boosted, and they never won a single block because everybody else was boosting too. And if everybody else wasn't boosting at the same time, they would have had a much better odds of winning that block because a lot of the other teams just weren't boosting at the time. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to GoMining, click my referral link on the bottom. I hope you guys like the new characters. That is going to be the direction of the channel. I'm going to be adding more and more different things like that to kind of make these videos a little bit better. And I did realize that since my phone screen does film in 4K, I'm able to easily stretch the screen and it doesn't even look bad on the computer. But yeah, guys, peace out.